Israel-Gaza Iran War News Live Update. Iran needs regime change. US and Israel should cooperate. I visited Herzliya Security Conference last week. The talks on related issues showed Israel's situation after almost 9 months of war. It was a worrying picture. One presenter compared 1973 and 2023 intelligence failures, identifying similarities. He said in 1973, we confronted troops larger than ours, which vanished within 3 weeks. In contrast, after almost 9 months in 2023 to 2024, we had only eliminated 40% of Hamas's forces, or 7 to 8% of all our enemies. Iran's April firing of over 300 rockets at Israel proved it's our actual enemy. Our animosity toward Iran began with the Islamic Revolution. Their revolutionary rhetoric became financial and material support for all Middle East opposition to Israel and the US. Rabin entered the Oslo process and PLO agreements because of Iran's threats to Israel. While peace negotiations were underway, Hamas began suicide bombings, which deteriorated the Oslo process. Hamas and Hezbollah in Lebanon, whose principal supporter is Iran, carried out the 1983 Beirut barracks attack that murdered 241 US Marines. Their purpose has always been to stop Israel neighborhood peace talks. In December 1985, Syrian President Hafez Assad told Dennis Ross that Hezbollah not only lacked a desire in peace, they oppose it. Iran has secretly maintained the war between Israel and its neighbors, causing these regional tensions. Iran no longer acts quietly and fires a ring around Israel. More alarming is that Iran is close to acquiring nuclear weapons, despite Netanyahu and Biden's promises. Israeli media stated that the Iran Strategy Group is meeting for the first time in a year and a half. The Biden administration, which sought to revive the JCPOA accord that the Trump administration had abandoned, never established a plan B after Iran refused to rejoin. This makes Iran a nuclear threshold state. They are unlikely to employ such weapons as Israel has a strong defense and a second strike capability. However, nuclear weapons will multiply Iran's conventional capabilities and empower it to engage in the Middle East without repercussions. Now what? Elliot Abrams was informative during the conference. A huge nuclear arsenal did not save the USSR, it crumbled domestically. The Iranian regime is unpopular, but we are not overthrowing it. That should be our focus. If we presume the regime is forever, it will be. Abrams' remarks address the issue and emphasize the alternative. We've all been losing the fight to stop the Iranians from gaining the bomb. All accounts indicate that Iranians dislike their regime. It also harmed its population by causing upheaval in the Middle East and abroad. Instead of stopping the bomb, we should change the regime. Israel, the US, and any other friends eager to weaken and overthrow the Iranian Ayatollahs should have launched a coordinated, discreet campaign sooner. Since Iran has clearly linked itself with Russia and other Western rivals, it's past time to believe that the current regime can contribute to the world. Iran has a modern economy and educated people. This puts it vulnerable to cyber, financial, and other forces that can silently undermine the Tehran regime. After the American failures in Iraq and Afghanistan, regime change is unpopular. However, in Iran, where people want freedom, it is a good term.